guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Tracy and this is my channel, A World of Stitches. Today's a floss tube video. I think I'm just going to stop numbering my floss tube videos because it's just going to keep going up, and we'll just call it floss tube. That's all it really needs to be. I've done a fair bit of stitching the past 2 weeks. I've been feeling more like my normal self, and the urge to stitch has been incredible. So I've got 9 projects to share with you today. I've also been doing my pandemic knitting, and I'm going to share that with you first just because I'm absolutely loving doing it and loving how it's turning out. So if I just show you, for those who don't know, just in case, pandemic is a cross stitch. And I saw somebody else knitting another long dog sampler, but she was doing one-sided, and then as I started to investigate it, as I started to investigate, I found someone who was doing it double-sided. Back up. So I decided to give pandemic a go. They call it double knitting, but I always feel like that just refers to the wool, but it doesn't. It's double-sided. So that is pandemic, and I am knitting that. Yeah, I'm actually on the second set of pages now. I've gone from the bottom up. So I am actually on the second row. I think there's 3, 4, maybe 4. Let me get these balls of wool. I stick them on the needle so that my knitting can't come off. I've just thrown it on the floor now, apparently. And then my needles also can't dig into my knitting. So I've had that a couple of times. Anyway, this, I'll show you the first bit first, is where I'm up to. I love it even more on camera. Absolutely love it. So this is the second bit. No, hold the needle. The third bit, that's the wrong side because my initials are back to front. So when you flip it around, it's in reverse. So now what was black on this side is now white on this side, and vice versa. And my initials are read the right way. TH. It takes me about 45 minutes a row, so it doesn't get massive amounts of work on it, but I love it. Absolutely love it. I haven't figured out the back stitch yet, but do you know what? It's not going to be done anytime soon, so I don't need to worry about that just yet. So let's wedge these back onto the needles. I should have put the black one last, actually. Never mind. That one does not want to go through. We'll do the white first. There we go. No. If you can hear that, my washing machine sings to let me know it's finished. It does get annoying. I need to figure out how to turn it off. It was a novelty at first. Right, I'm just going to drop that down there just because I don't have the space to put it away. Anyway, this month has been Mindful March for me and a couple of others on YouTube, and it's about stitching on something that makes you think about why you're stitching it. And I chose to do 2 different things. I started with one, and then I decided to go on with a different one, but I've still been working on this one too for the same reason. So it is this one, Freddie Mercury from Queen, because it makes me think of my dad and our memories, because he loved Queen, and then obviously because he did, I grew up listening to it, and I quite like Queen too. So I have done, because I did tell you last floss tube I was counting my stitches even on paper patterns, because I want to kind of get an average on how much I do in a week, in a month kind of thing. I will be putting up before pictures and I'll try and do it side by side so you can see it a bit better. But I have done 308 stitches on this one, and this is where I'm at. So I've been filling in a lot of the brown down around. This will be his fist and his arm, so there's a lot of brown going round. This is on 14 count gridded fabric. But yeah, I do enjoy it. I don't get too much done when I'm working on it because of working from a paper pattern, and sometimes they're not so easy to read when you've got different symbols. And yeah, so that's that one. The second one, which I should have put them in order, shouldn't I, which I was using to also think about my dad. Let me just, because it's see-through. It is this one, Mini Together, artwork by Jim Warren, charted by Haid. And unlike Kelly's, All Cats Go to Heaven, that was a mini too. There's people on the stairs instead of a cat or a dog. So it just kind of symbolises my parents. So, I'll just get that back in there. It's stitched on 25 count 1/1 full cross. I'll pop the hoop, just because the hoop is really tiny. And I have done, where are we? 575 stitches. There's something else I need to tell you too. So it's all this, is it 823? Possibly. But it's a lot of the dark background, because this is the top left corner up in the sky. Yeah, that one's moved on quite well. Right, the other thing I was supposed to tell you, I've even got notes and I still didn't, you know, I just didn't. Lona, she is a YouTuber. She does floss tubes too, and she mentioned WIPGO in one of her most recent videos. She's put out 2 or 3 in the last few days. She mentioned WIPGO, and the last time she tried it, she failed, as did I. I think she said she found the stitch count too high or something. I forget, but it was the pressure of it anyway. So what she did this time is she decided to take part but not put herself a stitch goal. She decided to just put in what whip she wanted to work on, and that was that, and then she could just cross it off. So I thought, you know what, I think when I last did it a couple of years ago, I overestimated how many I could get done, maybe in a month or so. So I decided, you know what, I will go back to it. So thanks, Lona. I'm now doing WIPGO. Although we are late to WIPGO, she's not going to do the January and February. But I decided, you know what, I will. But I've set my stitch counts lower. So let me just figure out. The second sheet is all the projects that are on there and when they were called. So I have put, what was January, the floral sampler. Most of mine have got 500 stitches. This one here is number 13, that's a free space. I don't know what I'm going to do with that one yet. I have an idea, but we'll see. Most of them are 500 stitches, except my big ones. So like my latest Star Wars one, I can't read it back to front, right there. The supersized Star Wars one is 1,000. Where's the other one? Right here. The Disney stained glass, I couldn't fit all that in, so I shortened it. Is 1,000 stitches. And then my Mickey as Artist. I'm trying to read it back to front, that's why. My Mickey as Artist is also 1,000, but all the rest are 500s. So I didn't necessarily jump straight in and do January's. I actually did one of March's. Number 9 was called for March, which was Mickey's Coffee. And I did that yesterday, and it's only 500 stitches because it's a small. No, not because it's a small, just because I didn't want to overdo my stitch count. I'll show you what it looks like. Jump out, keeping it squeezed. It is this one. It was only a small one from Zana Cross Stitch on Etsy. And my goal was 500. But all in all, I did 957. And that was in one day. That's how much I absolutely enjoyed getting this out. So if I put it here, you'll see a side by side in front of my face. And you will see that I've dropped this border. I'm not sure why it got thinner there, but it did. I did the good, because that will say good morning. Part of this black here. And then I went up and did the F and started the E. It's all black. Whatever I worked on, it's all black. So I finished the K, the E, the Y and the S. And it looks fabulous. I absolutely enjoyed doing this all day yesterday. And it looks fabulous. I can't wait to get it out again, I'll be honest. So that's that one. I've left that one on the Lowry, so I'll get that one down after. Do you know what? I'm just going to show you this one. This one is a restart. It's I never remember the name. Mini Magic Study Rainbow version. This was originally started in May 2022, but I restarted it. Hold on, oh, my stomach. Surely I wrote it down. Yeah, that would have been it. On the 16th of March, I restarted it because I was doing it on 18 count before and I didn't like it. I just could not get on with it. Anyway, I have done, I'm moving things around, 294 stitches. And this is where I'm at. 25 count 1/1 full cross. I don't need a before because it's a restart. So, yeah, I feel a lot better about it actually. I enjoyed working on this one too. That 18 count, I don't mind 18 count, but that I just couldn't get on with. I didn't like it at all. So hopefully that will solve it, because it seems to have so far. The paper's caught, there we go. Okay, the next one. It is this one. It's called Sports Car. And I can't for the life of me remember what the car was now. I know Tyler did tell me. But this is for Tyler anyway. And I'm still working on all that dark blue sky, which is 820 or 939. I can't remember which. But I have done 427 stitches, all in that gorgeous colour there. I'll pull that off after. Yeah, I'm still going with that sky, and I've still got so much down here to come as well, so I've got to go all the way across and then still down some. Now, I wasn't sure on the count on this one. It's either 18 or 20, I think. I could be wrong. And measuring it with a tape measure with my old eyes. Yeah, I'm good. Anyway, I haven't done any more on my WIPGO, by the way. That's for later. I'm going to get, hang on. I've got Make a Wish and Take a Bite to do. I've done Mickey's Coffee. Mini Magic Study, I've got to do 500 stitches on. I've got 500 on the floral sampler to do. And then I've got Castles in the Air to do 500 stitches on, so I'm going to work on one of those this afternoon. But anyway, I need the tablet because I don't have a picture. I took on one of Ellie's because she's just not stitching it. And it's a shame because I'm already stitching it twice for my other two and she wanted one. So I took on hers as well. It's this one from Pick Stitch. I can't remember what it was called. No, I'm not sure. But anyway, I've only been working on Ellie's because I'm catching hers up to where my other two are before then I start working on all three. I've never done three together at once, but hey ho. This is on 14 count, so it's 2 over 1. Where am I? Again. No, it's not. Why am I going to... It's 241 stitches anyway. I'll put it there so you can see it before, hopefully. I think I remember to take one. I love Ellie's. It's so much bigger. My other two are on 18 count. Hers is on 14, so like the details are clearer. And I have no idea where I worked, if I'm honest. Possibly here. And then just work that colour down. I should have looked at the before picture before I started, really, shouldn't I? Never mind. So, that's an extra one added to my whip lists. Right, the next one. This one, I had a ball with. Thoroughly enjoyed this one too. I told you, I'm back in the swing of things. It's Mini Virus Detected by Randall Spangler, charted by Haid. I started this in 2021 during the pandemic and I just thought it was so fitting that it said virus detected. Anyway, let's just pop that off for a minute. I have done 574 stitches, so it's mostly been in the book cubby here and in this book cubby too. Mostly the books I've worked on. I have grabbed a stitch in one of these colours and worked it along, but mostly in here. Hopefully if I move this over, it fits in the before so you can see. 25 count 1 over 1 full cross on Magic Guide. I like this fabric, but I don't like that they do them in 20 by 20 blocks instead of 10 by 10. Which is why I put in the grids myself. These are 20 by 20. Let's put the clip back on because I'll need that. So I've been having a ball with my stitching, which is why I think I'll be able to do my WIPGO. Right, not my last one. I've got one more after this one. I was about to say my last one. It's not. It is this one, the Lava Dragon, off Etsy. And I will have to go through my paperwork if I want to tell you who it's from. I'll have to start remembering that and putting it on my notes. But it's that one anyway. It's a lot of black. And that's what I've been working on. Actually, I've got two to show you. I'll show you in a minute. It's on 25 count 1 over 1 full cross. And I did 338 stitches. I think last time I got this bit maybe. And I've kind of pulled it down. You'll see. I'm trying to just blast out that black as much as I can before I start another colour. I'm not sure where I got this fabric from, but it's so soft and it's so nice to work on. Right, I have one more to share with you. I've left a picture out of that one. Let's just pop that there. But I forgot to get it off my layer, so give me 2 seconds. This is where I sit and stitch anyway, so it's right here. No. Lefty Lucy, you're looking at the wrong way. Behave yourself. Oh! Right, this one, oh my goodness, is huge. All the way down. PDF. My tablet case is atrocious. You can tell it gets a lot of use. It is this one, Star Wars. I think this was also off Santa Cross Stitch on Etsy. And I've been up in this corner working on Liam Neeson. It's huge. But I'm having so much fun with it. As with all my pieces right now. Anyway, I have done 2,068 stitches. I think I showed it last time, which means I'd have to put it before. Let me just flip it around and stick him over here. This is where, let's move that out of the way. This is where I'm at. Let's move the shadow. You can tell that's Liam Neeson. But most of the time while I was stitching it, we had to turn it, was it? No, that way. And you could tell from the side it was Liam Neeson. Riley loves it, absolutely loves it. And I have enjoyed working on it. I was a little worried about this being so dark. But thankfully, when I bought the pattern, it's 25 count by the way, 1/1 full cross. When I bought the pattern, I had a look first and somebody else had bought it and she'd actually stitched all of Liam Neeson's face. There's a girl, I think, here and someone here. She's done all of that and it looks amazing, even though that looks so dark. When you start adding the lighter colours around it, it lightened his face right up. So I'm not so worried anymore. But I was worried at first and I went back to have a look. And hers was amazing. Now, my last one, which isn't my last one, it is Ellie's turn. Thank you. I think I shared with you on the last floss tube that she had chosen a pattern she wanted, but she wanted to stitch it, and I bought her some 18 count for it. She has started it. This is it. It's called Haunted House 3. It's off Etsy. I have no idea. Oh my goodness. There's just glare everywhere, isn't there? That's better. She started in the middle just to save having to work out her borders and stuff. So I just folded it for her and she started right in the middle. And hers has a lot of black too. She takes after me, I swear. Anyway, she's been doing a bit of the black and then when she's done like a square, she started filling in all the other colours. It's on 18 count, 2/1. And this is where she's got, hang on, I can actually tell you how many she's done because it was since the last floss tube. She didn't start it. She's done 456 stitches. I am well chuffed with her. She is chuffed with herself too. She a little nervous, I think she was about 18 count because all she's done is 14 and 11. But I actually think she's enjoying it. I really, really do. So that is that. Now, what else have I been doing? I have ordered a new pattern. It's not here yet, but I have bought the fabric for it. 14 count? Yep. It's on 14 count. I chose 14 because I wanted it to be not too big, but not too dainty that it's harder to read because most of them are words. No, all of them are words. Excuse me. Some of them are backstitch, some of them are full crosses. So I've got the fabric ready for it. I'm just waiting for the patterns. They all come separately because it was a sal. I'm not going to say any more than that. It was a sal. And it comes all separate when you buy it in different... each one's on a separate leaflet or whatever you want to call it. I'm not sure. But they're coming from America, so I've got to wait. But hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll be here before my next floss tube. I should think so. I don't think it's taken very long before when I've ordered from this place. So next floss tube I will have the patterns to show you. I'm excited about starting that one. I've been wanting it for a little while. It wasn't cheap. It's I think £30 for the entire patterns, £30. but I really, really like it, so it was well worth it. So I'll share that with you next floss tube. And then obviously next floss tube I'll see how far I got with my WIPGO. I'm still excited by it, so touch wood and fingers crossed I will stay on with it this time. So thank you, Lona, for inspiring me. I enjoyed yesterday's, you can tell, because I did 900 instead of 500. Anyway, guys, I don't think there's anything else to tell you, so enjoy what's left of your weekend. I've done this video a little bit earlier today, just so I can then go ahead and get on with my stitching. Have a great week. Take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.